Get in! What are we doing? Where have I been? I actually have goosebumps. This is crazy. This is crazy. Welcome back, and thank you for joining me for another reaction video. If you are new here, please don't forget to subscribe and turn on those notifications because it helps me out loads, and hopefully it'll let you know when these go live. Now, we're looking at an artist I have not done on the channel yet. It comes courtesy of one of our Discord OG members, Ayethin, who is a wonderful human being, and he's responsible for helping build the bot that takes all the requests on our Discord server and populates a spreadsheet for Tank and I, and it makes our life super easy. So we appreciate you very much, and I'm so sorry I made you wait so long for this one. It's a group, artist, band, not sure yet, called Wagamama Rakia. It's a song called Survive. I've been told it's a Japanese idol group / metal fusion, so not quite sure what to expect. I'm excited, a little bit nervous, but can't wait to get stuck into this one. Wagamama Rakia, Survive, official music video. Let's see what you got. Okay. No. We're not going to just pretend like none of that happened. What the hell is going on? This is awesome. Now, I haven't heard enough of the song to talk about the fusion elements and how it works, but that was a fire intro. That really cool, consistent strumming pattern that was building had that nice kind of punk beat behind it, and then all of a sudden into, I'd guess, like an alternative rock piece. Awesome lead work, really nice tone to it, really nice scale work there. It just sounded fire. And then into something a little more sinister, and I guess that's where the metal part comes in. A lot of bends, lot heavier of a piece. And then all of a sudden into some nice vocal work, which we didn't really hear a lot of, and I can't wait to hear it. But this is crazy so far. This is awesome. Music doing music things, man. Hang on a second. I'm going back, and I'm going to go back quite often in this one because I want to make sure I get the full effect of the build-ups, the transitions. There's a lot going on here. Loved the intro, thought it was really spectacular, and then all of a sudden into this awesome vocal piece. And what I like so much about it is it's kind of hard to make an impact after you've done something so powerful in the beginning, but they did, and they did it quite smartly. They removed a lot of the instrumentation, and you still had that tonal value of the synth pieces and those waves in the background. You had a nice percussive piece that had a lot of the tops and high mids taken away, so it was very bassy, almost sounds like it was underwater. But her vocal phrasing is out of this world. Nice and quick, nice and punchy, drawn out at certain pieces. And then when the second phrasing came in, the second set of that, it had like a nice layer into it. All of this is ticking a lot of boxes for me from a as a music geek who's looking at how they layered and structured a song that has such contrasting genre elements to it. Very good. Get in! What are we doing? Where have I been? I actually have goosebumps. This is crazy. This is crazy. Okay, so we are officially, let me move my phone. We're officially less than a minute into the song, and we have rock, metal, I guess, mainstream pop element to it in hip hop. We've got 4 genres, but not in a way that's gimmicky or silly or forced. All of it flows really nicely. I really like that kind of that nice hip hop piece. It wasn't overcomplicated, it wasn't overstated, but there was nice layering. There was that backup kind of hype vocal behind it, which I thought was really cool. There's some nice things that are happening with the editing of the guitar work and the drums and things like that, where ordinarily with bands you'd hear some of the cymbals ring out. I heard it in the beginning and I wanted to make sure it was going to be a continued theme, but it's probably a good thing to mention so you can keep your ears open for it. They're editing it quite short. They're cutting the decay up, so you aren't hearing those cymbals ring out. It's quite like a digital edit, and I like it a lot. It has like a different vibe to it. Very controlled. It's awesome. Guys, where have I been? Where have I been? I cannot believe how limited and sad my playlist was before I started doing this reaction channel. And that's not an insult to the bands I love and will always love. It's just there's so much music out there. And there's gems like this that just make me go, what have you been doing, man? That is so awesome. That chorus is fire. I had a feeling that piece we heard right in the beginning with a nice consistent strumming was going to form part of another part of the song. Normally it is the chorus. They introduce the melody up front with it, get you comfortable with the idea of it, and then they layer the vocals on top. I like that vocal layering. I really liked when the choir effect came in. It sounded like I'll try and explain this. When it comes to editing and mixing, it's all about space, right? And placements. So placements is up, down, back, forward, and space is how big it sounds, and you can hear that with spatial effects. And you could hear that choir effect, which is nice because as it starts it sounds like it starts in the middle and then grows out towards the left and right, and it has a lot of reverb on. Sounds like it's been in a big room. It's that kind of ghost resonance of the voice after the main voice has been heard, and it's really powerful behind the main vocal. There's a lot of kind of that hype vocal as well in there. It's ticking every single box for me. This is fantastic. Oh, this is great. Just listen to, I can't believe this. Just listen to, first of all, her vocal is great. I love the production on it, the modulation. There's a nice layer, and there's 2 different layers to it. They aren't just duplicates, because then you get a phasing issue. There's a slight offset. You can hear it and it works. There's a nice MIDI modulation to it. There's a bit of that. Sometimes you can use things like vocoders to make it sound a little bit robotic. It's not quite pushed that far, but there's something there. But listen behind to the instrumentation. Just listen to that guitar riff. You could hear that on any Warped Tour stage. Like, that's a true blend, because when she starts singing, you're listening to her, and then you go, hang on a second. There's this like awesome solid riff behind it that any band would have been proud to write. It's just great. I gotta go back again. I don't care how long this takes. Pack a lunch, pack a dinner, pack every bit of food you have into a bag, set up a picnic, and enjoy this with me. Now, they've gone and done another rap piece over a breakdown, an actual literal breakdown. And the only thing that doesn't fully commit to it is the fact that you don't have those really hard kick, snare, traditional kick and snare and cymbal ring outs. Other than that, everything else is there, and it's fire. Her voice is fire. I'm going back for two reasons. One, to talk about something and hear that building, and then also just to hear her voice run off at the end there, that note that she holds. I love at the end she had that cry and crack to it. I think it's just such a cool personality piece, and if you can do it right, very, very, very cool. I'm a huge fan of this, goes without saying, but and you can hear they're going into a bridge piece now where songs that are super energetic, you need to take it down a notch if you want to punch back harder again later and have any kind of impact. But what was nice about the choir effect I mentioned earlier is there's a step change. They're actually stepping the vocal. They're not just sliding and gliding it up, which helps create this feeling of it growing, of it building. It feels like every time they step up in that vocal phrasing, that there's more volume to it. And there isn't. It's just been edited and mixed really, really well. That's beautiful. Listen to the importance of the bass guitar here, how it's running and playing notes in between and connecting. Bass is going to be your lifeline and link between your drums and then everything else that has your instrumentation, because it has a percussive value to the depth of it and has a tonal value that rings out with everything else. Very cool. I don't know, man. That's one of my favorite things now. I love more than anything looking at music like puzzles, trying to take them apart, put them back together, understand how things work. But at some point, you're just like, it's just too cool, man. Just enjoy it. Special, really special group, special song. and much more to come. I can promise you that. I can absolutely promise you that. Ayethin, dude, thank you so much for being patient. Thank you for all you do on the server. And thank you for recommending this, because it's an absolute banger and I can't wait to do more. I don't really know what else to say other than I absolutely love that. I love that. Music doing music things. Can't wait for more. Until then, please be safe, be nice to each other, and have a damn good day.